Welcome, Virgo, to your yearly forecast for 2020. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot. This is a general and love forecast for 2020. We're entering a phase where it's about balance because 2020 is a dual number. This is creating choices and making smart choices for yourself. If you're trying to expand as far as business, this is the time to do it. Follow those endeavors that you've been thinking about. Neptune is in Capricorn for the whole year, which is definitely about money, finance. I'm sorry, it's Jupiter. I don't know why I said Neptune, but Jupiter is in Capricorn, which is about the most fortunate kind of things that could happen for you in your life. So definitely, we're entering the Roaring 20s again, and it's almost like, let's see if this continues to be, history repeats itself. So in the Roaring 20s, everything was successful, and I feel like that's what we're venturing into because it does repeat itself. So let's hope that this is what's happening for you guys. The first card here is your general energy. I want to do the regular tarot first, and then we'll do romance. So for your general energy, it's letting go. So for you guys, you might be struggling with things that you hold on to. And this is definitely where you have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your higher consciousness as far as your emotions and the things that go on in that head of yours. It's almost like things that don't work for you and don't create balance, you let go of them. Because if not, you're going to end up in a cycle where you just stay negative and not growing and always thinking what if this happened and what if that happened. This could be a time to release negative people in your life, just situations and things. It is an 8. It is about having balance in your life, okay? So the first card here, which is January, it's your first house, and this is very much dealing with self-expression, how you see yourself, really how you work and identifying yourself. So it's a moment to moment, and it's definitely, I feel that energy where, you got to live in the now. Don't live in the past. Don't worry about things that have happened in the past. Very much living in the moment and creating happiness for you now, which will allow for some kind of balance and some kind of happiness to come to you in the future. This is definitely about balancing. It's a balancing act for you, and really living in the moment and feeling good about yourself, feeling balanced, okay? Allowing yourself to drive you, not allowing others to drive you, if that makes sense. And then for February, which is your second house, this is about tangible assets, personal income. So perhaps maybe you're taking a step back and you're doing some sort of meditation. Definitely getting that sense of maybe a new venture or a new business kind of that you're planning for, maybe a new job, a new career. And perhaps this is where you're taking a time out from things and trying to formulate how you can go forward. Maybe this is a new project or a new business venture. It's about tangibility. So I definitely do feel this is the time that you really listen to your higher consciousness as far as which direction to take your life. And what I mean by that is your intuition. Your intuition is definitely what will bring you into some sort of peace and balance, okay? And then the third month, which is about your intellect and communication and your mental expression, which is beautiful because it's the Ace of Swords. It's talking about things opening up for you and having some kind of clarity and being able to express yourself clearly. You're going to have a good month in March. This is about communicating well with others and yourself, and just really having a new understanding of yourself, which gives you clarity, which is absolutely beautiful. It's a new beginning. And perhaps this is definitely where you're taking yourself, where you want to have a new clear beginning for yourself. So in April, what I see here, and this is your environmental experiences. This is how your house is running, your home, your family, your life. So going with the flow, I feel like, you're going, it's going okay. There's nothing in the home life that's bugging you. I feel like you're just going with the flow. Definitely a sense of airiness, emotions. Maybe there's some kind of emotions that you're opening up to. Definitely having some kind of clarity with your emotions, I feel. And then for the 5th month, which is about really having pleasure and pursuing your pleasures. So maybe you're traveling, maybe you're planning some kind of vacation, or perhaps coming together with someone. This also could be a soulmate indication, where maybe you're meeting somebody, maybe coming together with a soulmate or something like this, where maybe you're refurbishing a relationship and you're coming together with someone, maybe having clarity to move forward. This is about really things that you want to pursue and happiness. So maybe at this point you're getting ready for vacation and planning, really expanding. I feel like with the Two of Wands, it's definitely planning your future and taking time out to do that and get that kind of clarity. So with the 6th month, which is your 6th house, there's a rebirth here, and this is dealing with working conditions and job efficiencies. So whatever you're planning, I feel like this is the time to do new projects, new jobs, like career changes, and you're having a strong month in finance, and working situations. So maybe if you haven't felt like you were being recognized, or maybe not making enough money or something like this, it's like you're going to have success. If you're planning something new, this is the year to do it. Definitely about money and fortune. So that's beautiful. Actually, you're having a fresh start. That's completing a dead cycle and starting a new cycle as far as finances and careers for you. And then June, which is your 7th house, and this is representing your partnerships, agreements, money, marriage, divorce, any kind of relationship stuff is your 7th house. So there's something here with the control card where, don't get too much stuck in your head. Don't let your emotions be bottled up. You could have the tendency to bottle up and not really voice things, and keep yourself in a place where you keep yourself in a mental blockage. So this is telling you, be open, follow your intuition, follow the clearness that you got in March, as far as having a new beginning and having clarity. Try to practice those things that you were practicing at the beginning of the year towards the end of the year, because there could be situations where you're just not voicing things. And so this is where it's telling you, get out of your head. Definitely get out of your head and voice. Don't be scared to like connect with people on like a spiritual level, on a loving conditions, like emotional conditions. There you go. So it's definitely, don't get stuck in that time frame of just being in your head and being mad about something. Okay. So then let's see, that was so then in August, your 8th house, this is talking about this is legacies and rebirths and inheritances. And so I see here that you got the Lovers, so you have a choice, you have something to choose as far as coming together and having harmony. This is a relationship that is not dealing with sexuality. I feel as you've gotten a little bit more mature, this is about a spiritual kind of connection that you can hold with someone. This is definitely a fresh start for you. I definitely do feel that this could be a meeting of someone that just truly reaches you on a soul level. And like I said, it's not about sex. It's about more of growth, like companionship, loving each other, unconditional. This is a beautiful card to get. So it's almost like maybe you're headed towards this, and maybe you're getting anxious at some point, because if you've been single and you haven't met somebody, I could definitely see the frustration here. So it's like almost stay out of your head so that you can allow things to come in for you, being receptible, and really being able to communicate really good with people, not holding back. Because I feel like sometimes Virgos will get in too much of a headspace, and you miss things. You could miss opportunities. So there's definitely room for love right there, which is absolutely beautiful. That's a beautiful card to get. And so then the 9th month, which is about in September, this is about your spiritual awakenings, being tapped into spirituality, and things that work well for you, and having higher consciousness, higher conscious like knowledge. Okay, this is spirituality. So there's something here where you're expanding, you're opening up, and it definitely could be because maybe you've met someone that's opening you up to love and emotion and spirituality. So absolutely beautiful. I see like your the end of the year is going to be something that maybe you're going to let go of things from the past, because remember, the letting go is telling you it's okay to move on and live in the now. Don't live in the past. So maybe you're releasing something, having some kind of clarity, which is expanding for you. Very beautiful, actually. And then with the 10th month, which is October, this is about your goals and ambitions. This is about your achievements, okay? So you're having some form of transformation. You're letting go. You're learning your lessons. You're living in the now. This is you really being assertive with yourself, letting go of negativity and letting go of people that don't work with you, letting jobs go that are not working with you. This is where you've done a change. This is by choice. 2020 is definitely about making choices and making balance for yourself. So if you have some kind of struggles in the beginning of the year, towards the middle of the year, they're going to even out for you. Don't get stuck in that headspace, and because if you get stuck in that headspace, you won't allow these things to come in, and that's where the receptivity comes in for you, receiving, allowing yourself to receive. That way you can give, and that's what's going to happen for you right here. So then in November, which is your 11th house, this is talking about friendships and affairs and things that give you personal growth. So you got the dream, and this is happiness. This is taking yourself out of darkness. This is having love and friends and nostalgia, thinking about your past. Could definitely be a return of a lover. For some of you, this could be a case where you have more love for yourself and you're really working on your core and being happy. This is about happiness right here, peace and harmony. Perhaps your relationships are going in the right direction, I feel. Okay. And then, so for December, this is this is your 12th house, and this is your blind spots. These are hindrances that can happen for you. But this is a beautiful card to get, because understanding means that you're released. You're released from something. You're having a new beginning. You're seeing things clearly. Something that has happened to you where you thought you couldn't move, you're actually now able to move. It's almost like you're expanding. So I definitely foresee that you guys are going through transformational shifts in the year of 2020, which will give you a great decade to come. This is really letting go of stuff that you thought mentally you had to hold on to. But in a sense, it's like because you're letting go and you're being more communicative as far as your needs and your wants, you're setting yourself free. And this is an understanding. This is a beautiful way to end the year. And I see you letting go of stuff, and I see you starting new things, which are absolutely beautiful for you. Let me see here. I want to know. I'm just curious about that death card. I want to see what you're letting go of right there with the transformation. What is this transformation in October for them? What is the transformation? What is it that's going on with them? Everything else looks really good. Let's see here. So the burden, you're letting go of stuff that doesn't work for you. It's very much your year. You're letting go of stuff, which is beautiful. Let's do this control. What is this control about? And that is what is it? July, September, October, November. So it's it is the 7th month. So integration. This is where definitely, okay, it's very much, you have to control your emotions. You have to control your mindset. And it's telling you have to create some kind of balance for yourself and open up your chakras and your intuition. Don't get stuck in a place where you stay hard. There's I see such positive things coming in for you, but at this point in this month, which is let's see, what month did I say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th month, your 7th house. This could definitely set you up in a wrong place if you don't get out of it. This is a temporary phase that is meant for you. But if you stay in this place where you stay cold and not voice your opinions and not let go of things that you're supposed to let go of, you're going to continue in a bad cycle. Okay. And so this is about letting it go so that you can have balance and integrate good things that work with you, which I definitely do feel is coming in with you for the lovers. So just remember that's probably going to be your hardest part, but you're going to be able to do it. Just follow that intuition and that guidance that you're getting. Okay. So let's move on to the romance here. The very first card. Okay. Set yourself free. So this is about letting yourself free, being vulnerable. It's almost like you keeping yourself guarded for some particular reason. I don't know why. Maybe you've been hurt in the past and maybe you don't know how to be vulnerable, but this is you holding yourself back, and it's time to break free and be yourself. Really communicate. It's about communication for you guys and voicing what is true for you, I feel, this year. Okay. So January right here, let's see, it is engagement. So this definitely could be your year where you're thinking about moving forward with a relationship. If you've already been coupled with someone, it definitely could be that you're meeting somebody new to allow you to feel like you want to pursue a more committed relationship in 2020. Okay, so take it as it resonates for you. And then in February, there is forgiving and learning. This is definitely talking about letting go, forgiving others, forgiving your parents, forgiving yourself, really taking the lessons that you have learned in the past, living in the now, okay? Not keeping yourself isolated or secluded so that you don't receive the gifts that God is trying to give you as far as love and romance, okay? And then you have codependency. So maybe you have some kind of clarity because you got the Ace of Swords here, speaking about clarity. Maybe this is you releasing some kind of toxic energy, whether this is a love relationship for you or maybe something that's codependent for you. Maybe someone being codependent on you. This definitely could be where maybe you're indulging too much on alcohol, drugs, something like that. So this is where you're getting clarity to move on, okay? And then the fourth house, this is about separation. So maybe you're separating yourself. You're going with the flow and separating yourself from something that maybe was not working for you. Remember, the year is about letting go of things that are not growing for you, walking away from things. So I do see that for some of you, you might be leaving a relationship that was not good for you. But this is actually opening you up to receive a relationship that is better for you, with you planning your future. This is you being able to plan to meet a soulmate. See, give your relationship a chance. So maybe for a time you're going to be separated from somebody and then come back and say, you know what, I guess you are like my best friend. You are my soulmate. I'm going to give you a chance. So you might have a hiccup in your love life, your current love life, for some of you that are coupled. And just know it's temporary. You're going to be able to give that person a second chance and have a rebirth at that relationship, okay? And then you have passion. So it's almost like your passion is ignited again. So definitely, I feel like whoever this is, maybe you're fixing a relationship. Maybe you're letting go of everything that's happened in the past, which is very much what the very first card said for you. We're living the now. Release the past. Don't stay in your mind. Free yourself of it. Forgive people. Forgive yourself. Move forward. There is a little hiccup right there in a relationship, but I feel it's mendable. Okay, and then right here, this is release your ex. So you're going back and forth, okay? Really follow your intuition. Really listen to yourself. For some of you, you have to let go of somebody. This is not for everybody. You have to take the messages as they resonate because it's a general reading. For some of you, you have to let go of someone that controls you. I definitely feel that, okay? Especially with the first card that came out, and letting go and free yourself. I mean, I did a meditation for you guys and this is what came out for you guys. So I definitely do feel you're struggling with someone here. For some of you, it's going to work out, and for some of you, it's not. Okay, so take it as it resonates. You got to release someone that controls you, and I think you know that you know what's going to create balance for you. And then, so this one right here, it's saying romantic feelings. So see, Some of you have to let go of something to allow this love to come in for you. If it's a relationship that is based on false foundations and sexual things, desires, passions that are not about love, it's like you're letting go of it so that you can allow to choose to receive someone that is more on a soul level, if that makes sense. It's like you've matured from sexual relationships to more mature relationships, okay, if that makes sense. You're gonna meet somebody that just knocks you off your hinges, I feel. Definitely. And then so right here, this is the bingo. This is the big month, the 9th month. Playfulness, being flirty and see receptive, being it's like recapturing love. And this is love for yourself, being youthful. This is really planning ahead and expanding. And maybe this is where we got engagement for the very first card. It's like maybe this is where you want to take yourself to something more substantial for you guys, something that has more meaning. I'm very pulled by that, lovers, where it's more about soul level. It's not so much materialistic or codependent kind of energies that you want to latch onto. You want to let go of negativity and get more balance in your life. And it all comes back from voicing, being true to yourself with this control and letting others, don't let others control you, is what I see here. So let's see what this is. Okay, and so this is October. This is definitely where you're doing that transformation. And I feel like there's two sets of energies here for you, Virgos. Those that are trying to release a relationship and those that are trying to fix it. So whatever bracket you fit in, you got to take it as it resonates. For some of you, you got to pay attention to those red flags. You got to pay attention to what spirit is telling you here. What is going to work for you as far as moving forward. This is definitely where you got to let go of something. So you let go of stress and things that are not working for you. So you become more harmonized. So something's ending that perhaps maybe wearing false masks or something is just not working. Something is nudging at you. Okay. Follow that intuition. Let it go. Let it go so you can have that harmony and that happiness that you're dreaming about. Okay. And then heart-to-heart conversations. This is beautiful. This is really very much about speaking your truth and not holding back. And if someone's not willing to listen to you, you walk away from it. Because I feel in this card, someone's really trying to get someone to listen, but this person is like, I really am not on the same page as you. So really take that feeling inside that you get, your intuition on whether or not this person is on the same page as you, because this is what's going to bring you happiness. It could also mean that, you know what, you got to get out of your head and speak your emotions, and because you can tend to be too much in your head and not vulnerable as far as emotions for you Virgos. Okay, so learn to be more raw and natural so that you can have that happiness that you desire. Okay, very beautiful. And so the last card, which is December, love yourself first, which is definitely the very first card you started with. This is letting go. I feel like this is letting go of relationships that don't mean anything to you. These are hit it and quit it kind of situations. And what I mean by that is just maybe being players or just dating and not really finding anybody. But see, when you start loving yourself is when you become receptive and you allow things to come in for you. And for some of you, you're meeting someone that is pulling you towards that in the month, in the 2020. I feel like you're meeting that person that frees you. And that's why you have the understanding. It's like maybe you have an understanding that, hey, you don't want to be in, friends with benefits kind of things anymore. You're opening up, you're maturing for something more substantial for yourself, and you're being released by your past. Okay, absolutely beautiful. I do hope that this gives you some kind of clarity and insight for your 2020, and thank you so much for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.